And when COVID hits, it was like, what's happening? I had no graduation ceremony. I had no opportunity to say goodbye to my best friends. I had no opportunity to even say goodbye to my girlfriend. And these were some very uncertain times because I didn't even know if I was gonna go back to Penn State. And thankfully, I got an opportunity because of how engaged I was in the community to return back and get my master's. So right now, I'm currently at Penn State Harrisburg studying my master's as a graduate assistant. That year was extremely memorable. It was the best year throughout my 4 years because at first we had won the very first ever college title, made it to the national tournament with the program, first time in history, something very beautiful that the whole team cherished. And then coming to the second semester, I was finally, I guess you could say, I was finally free from athletic responsibilities. I was committed 4 years of not having the basic social college life because I was just so committed to my sport. I loved it. And finally, I was free to have these 5 months to enjoy with my friends, to go out, have a simple college experience. And then I also had plans to attend specific conferences to be in the sports marketing industry. I had opportunities to present in front of the board of athletics for our program, and it was all coming right after spring break. And then at spring break, when I was on a trip, my final trip with my friends, they informed us, "Hey, you're not coming back to school anymore. You're not going to be able to do in-person learning." And then from there, everything just dropped. All those opportunities, attending the conference, those presentations, and even graduation, where my family was going to come and celebrate with my friends, meet my friends who are considered my family there. They were going to meet my girlfriend's family. It was just going to be a very important event in my life. And then it just I felt like it was honestly stolen. It was all just taken away from me. Soccer in general has allowed me to meet different people from various continents, various cultures, and that has allowed me to get to know different people, see their style of play, but also the way they are as a human being. Soccer has allowed me to travel around the world and play different tournaments, play in different local towns, and it allows me to see how other people live. Now, since traveling, especially because of soccer and because of my family's jobs, has been part of me my whole life. Right now, forcing me to stay trapped here, actually, um, in a bit, it was a blessing in disguise. And I'll tell you why, because my family had moved to their new station in the US, not Florida, and I had only been here for the most 2 months. The reason why is because I'm a student and I'm a student athlete at the time, and I would always have to go back home. I never had the chance to really be here where they're stationed at a good amount of time. And those it was like about 5 months where I was here spending time with my family, spending time with my parents, and actually, enjoying some time that I haven't had in almost 4 years. So it was a real blessing in disguise because life is so fast. Life is like, okay, we did this, now we're doing that, now we're doing that. But what about the now? What about the people that care about you the most, which for me is my parents, my family, my sister? What about that? So staying there, at first it's like, oh my God, I want to go back to being independent. But then you realize you value those experiences. And another way I deal with it is this: my health, just staying fit, staying physically active. Because in regards to soccer, I completed my eligibility, I completed my year, and for me, it was the all in high, the way I wanted to end. But the following seniors of this year, they were unable to play soccer. So I barely missed it. They are the ones that are highly affected because of COVID. So I feel like, as I said, blessing in disguise. I remember perfectly. It was my best friends. We had all traveled to Miami, Florida, and I went there. I wanted to show them how amazing my city is, and we had a great time. And we get an email from the institution informing us that we were gonna move remote. However, there was no real plan or final date to when we would return to in person. So honestly, it didn't say no, you're not coming back until next fall. It just said until further notice. So rather than freaking out and realizing that this could be the last time I'll ever see many of my best friends, it was more of just uncertainty and more of just like, this doesn't matter, everything's just gonna be online. It'll take like 2 weeks. No, it didn't. Little did I know, 2 days later, when we were all leaving in the airport, I had left Florida to go see my family since they're stationed in another state. And I had said bye to all my friends there in the airport, not knowing I was ever gonna see them again or not knowing when I'm gonna see them again. Some of them I haven't seen them again. And like at that moment, it didn't hit me. It hit me when it was graduation. I was like, man, like all these memories, all these good times, like I felt it was taken away from me. It really did. Prior to traveling to spring break, I had had two interviews to be a graduate assistant from other institutions. Um, One institution had offered the position to someone else. However, they offered me to return to do another type of position. However, I said no, thank you. I'd rather not pursue that because that's not my passion. That's not my area, and I don't want to take away a position from another student. I was waiting on one offer from my school that I had applied to be a graduate assistant, but it was taking so long. And at that point, when I was here with my family after spring break, it was just, there was just a lot of confusion, a lot of waiting, a lot of patience, a lot of uncertainty, and just thankfully I don't feel like I stress a lot. I don't have like a lot of anxiety. I was irritable in the case of I don't know when I'm gonna see everyone again. And there were times where I just wanted to be alone, just didn't want to talk about it. And I felt like that was the most thing. I felt like I was trapped. I wasn't going anywhere. And then finally, I was in a virtual call for one of my classes. And then I had received an email with my offer to go back with my position there at Penn State and continue my higher education for my master's. When that happened, I literally like went down and I started crying. I started crying to my family because of how excited I was, how I felt like for the last few months I was going nowhere. And there also with the uncertainty of like maybe not going back and seeing some of the people that I knew that I felt comfortable with. So when that moment hit, that I was going back and I had something to look forward to, the summer was easier. I was just day day by day, and until now, I finished my first semester of grad school. I was excited. Yes, this is a new opportunity. Not only am I going to go to school, I'm going to go to work, keep working with some new grad students, meeting some new professors, see what it goes like. And I was just so excited on top of things, emailing my supervisors, I'm ready, send me all the work you got me to do. I'm hoping it's all this hands on, with all this hardcore camera equipment. And the reality is, it was all virtual, right? Yeah, not only with our education, I went to school in the evening. I took 6 to 9 classes, and it's part of it. It's part of the everyday life of the student. While in the mornings, I would work. However, it was virtual work. I would have meetings with my supervisors, and then they would require me to do certain things online where you would complete the tasks on like Word or like Excel, and there was very few hands-on experience. So at times I felt unfulfilled. I felt like, man, like what is this? But I'm not going to, I don't want to be picky because I'm very grateful, and also I'm very fortunate for the opportunity they gave me. And I keep telling myself, you know what, this is something just temporary. and we'll see where else it goes. This is only my first semester, but at times I did feel like there was loss of fulfillment because I would wake up, I would see people on a computer screen, and I felt like people didn't get to know the real me as I was unable to get to know the real them. And that took away, I feel like, a huge part of the college experience, as well as it took away the professional experience of getting to know some of my professors and some of my colleagues. So it really is a bit of a challenge, but you have to do the little things to help you. I would wake up early. I would change into office clothes, even though I know I'm just going to stay in my room. But those little things, motivate you. Those little things keep you focused. And those little things, people online notice. My supervisors noticed that I was always nicely presented and that I was motivated to be there. When I was an undergrad, I felt like all the opportunities I have earned now as a grad student, it was earned because of the amount of engagement I did, or the amount of how engaged I was with the community, and thankfully I was rewarded this opportunity. So at times, since everything is so virtual, not only work but also online learning, it's hard to remain engaged with the community because everything is virtual. My eyes hurt when I'm always looking at a screen. But I keep telling myself, opportunities arise because of the people you meet, the people you talk to, the people see you participating in certain community outings. And I tell myself, okay, I want to try to stay more active in the community, even if it's online, meaning going to those 1 hour bingo sessions on Zoom. Like I don't really want to do it because my eyes have been looking at the screen for too long, but I should, because I should see other people who are part of the community. I should let people know who I am as a young professional. And because, you know, with this community engagement, so many things happen, so many opportunities happen. And that's one of my main goals, what I really want to do. First off, the first thing I would tell myself back then in January of 2020, I would tell myself, just follow the course, just keep going, don't stop. Not telling them anything about the struggles that we're going through. No, just say, just keep going. Whatever struggle comes, overcome it. That's it. Plain and simple, right? And the reason why is because I don't want to be specific on the hardships that I've gone through. Every hardships that we go through makes us stronger, makes us better people. So as I say that, you're gonna go through hardships. You know it. Just keep going. And then now, as I see myself now in December of 2020, how I've changed. One word that really sticks to me is perseverance. And the reason why is everyone this year has had a lot of inner struggles, including myself. But in the end, I feel personally that I have persevered. And if I would tell myself the same thing, in December 2021, just keep going, and it doesn't stop here because if we as a person, me as a person, I want to keep getting better as a professional, uh, somebody who wants to be a better human being, just got to keep going. And that's how I have it. That's my attitude. Me as an individual, I've always wanted to be the best that I could be. And like not for others, but for myself. Because as like a little kid, like I never felt good enough. Like I never felt good enough. I never felt a good enough student. I wasn't good at school, but that's because I was just a little kid. I never felt like at times like a good son, just because I was like a little kid being doing little stupid kid things. Like, but I want to be the best that I can be, or I could ever be. And the reason why is like, why not? We're all human beings. Why don't we want to be the best that we can be anything we strive for. And I feel like if you don't try, then, what's the point of living? What's the point of, just not doing anything worth your time, not doing something you want to do? Like, that's my inner mantra is like, be the best at something you love, be the best that you want to be, just be the best you, I guess. I don't know if that even makes sense, but like, why waste anyone's time? Why waste your time? Just do it. For a lot of things, mindset is will change so many like events that happen to you in your life. If it's a bad event, if you have a positive mindset or some mindset of resilience, like it'll be a different experience from somebody who looks at, the bottle half empty, you know, and that's where I try to look at a lot of the challenges that I have. You have to look at all the other opportunities out there. Don't just hope for that one little opportunity you're waiting for. Don't let that be the only thing that's motivating you to get out of bed. Like look for other opportunities that are unique, that may interest you, you know, do it. Like just either apply for that job or freelance for some social media, company that you really like their content, or like volunteer somewhere, or go for that bike ride trail, those things that like always been in the back of your head, but you never had the time to do it because you're like, I'm going to put that aside. I'll do that when I want to. I would say just do it, and don't hold on to that one thing that keeps you waking up, like to get out of bed. Because for me, for a long time, it was always soccer. It was always college soccer. But then after the pandemic, I was like, wow, like my college soccer career is over, right? And what more is there? What more is there than just, my goals, my aspirations, my interests? So if that one thing you're waiting for doesn't happen or isn't happening, of course I say be patient, but also you got to try everything. Just keep trying everything, keep giving a little bit of something to something that interests you, and you might find, like, you might have some sort of self-discovery. Fear of the future, right? You're looking ahead, you're looking and seeing, man, I'm scared that this is going to happen, or if this isn't going to happen, I'm scared of all this uncertain things, left or right, where am I going? When that happens, just stop. Don't look, don't look ahead. Don't look ahead. Look at right now, right? Look at right now. Look at your successes. Look at the things that you're good at. Look at the things that you're grateful for. Look at the positive things that are going on in your life. Because at that time I was like, shoot, I'm not going anywhere. But wait, I just graduated. That's something worth being proud of. That's something worth, like, hey, I deserve a pat on the back, at least as a college student, right? So yes, it's scary, but when you're scared about the future, just like stop and think, where are you now? What have you had to overcome to be where you are right now? And with that energy inside, then it'll help you look forward. Because I feel like we're all overthinking what's next, what's next, what's next, what's next. We don't realize, well, shoot, I just graduated. you know, I just did something pretty awesome. But that's what I would say. Look at the now.
Thanks for watching. Hit the like button and comment with your own thoughts and experiences. If you'd like to see more content like this, please subscribe to our channel at Real Life Videos. Let's rehumanize.